How's it going, everyone, and welcome to the final presentations of the Marketing Practicum course of Fall 2020. We're super excited to have you here, and students have worked really hard to prepare these presentations. We are very excited to showcase this all to you, and I know you guys are all eager to see these. Before we start, I'd love to pass it on to our amazing professor, Mrs. Shannon, and let her have a few words before we start. So without further ado, please, Shannon, take it away.
Thank you, Ruth and Esther. Well, hello, welcome everyone. My name is Shannon Cox and it's showcase time. So thank you for joining us here. Very delighted that you could come. This is the fall showcase for our students in Marketing Practicum. These students have been working together all semester in this capstone course and developing concepts for real live organizations. Before I tell you about that, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and recognize the Kakite First Nation, the Coquitlam First Nations, and all of the Coast Salish peoples, recognizing that we are living, learning, working, playing on the unceded territories of those peoples. Thank you. This is the capstone course. It's so exciting that you're here, and I'm excited too. And welcome to my home office, because we've all been working online this fall, and I must tell you, I am impressed with the students who've come together this fall, working with the partner organizations, and they've done it virtually. They haven't had the opportunity to sit down together face to face with their client organizations or with each other. We all know how important that can be, and although we've all done a great job of adapting this fall and brought in a lot of more innovation in the way that we've used our tools, sometimes it's not quite the same as being face-to-face. So first, I'd like to thank from the bottom of my heart, thank all of our partners. We have had the opportunity this semester to work with Corbin, who is a project brought to us by one of our very own graduates, which is fantastic. We've also partnered with an organization called Ripen, and through that we've had the chance to collaborate with Petra Mayer of Petra Mayer and Associates Consulting Firm, with Angela Sasso's Interpreters Lab, and Munisa has partnered with us all the way from Ontario with the Alternative Dispute Resolution Institute of Canada. Each of these organizations has brought a very unique challenge to the students. And we not only thanking you, but thank you for your patience and your time to educate the students and to help them recognize what it's like to develop a program for a real organization. The students have lots of ideas. I'm sure you have lots of ideas. There's many ways that we can market and we can sell. But how do we do it when we don't have unlimited dollars? How do we do it when we don't have unlimited time or expertise to implement, track, and monitor, evaluate the success, change on the fly? A pivot is the new 2020 word, right, that we're all knowing. One of the focal points for the students here in this capstone course is to have an actionable set of ideas to present to you, their partners. They're bringing together all of their course experience, their knowledge that they've learned in all of their different marketing courses, business courses, bringing it together here, trying to apply it so that it is actionable and usable for the outside organizations. The Marketing Advisory Council has been very clear in their advice to us to make sure that our students are graduating with actionable applied experience, understanding some tactics, and this is a course where they really get to roll up their sleeves and try that. Thank you for your patience to the partners and for sharing your organizations and insights with the students. It's been very valuable. Today, not only do I welcome our students, the partners, my colleagues, but there's lots of other supporters out there, our advisory council, librarians who've come and joined us and have all been part of this process all the way along. All right, so that's a little bit about the overview and the perspective of what we bring to the course. I'm going to hand you back over to Esther and Ruth And they're going to tell you how things are going to work today, and then we're going to see those projects. So again, thanks so much for taking your time to sit down and enjoy this, and we'll see you again soon.
Hello, my name is Esther.
My name is Ruz.
And we are part of the PR team, and we are here to be your hosts.
It is our plan to present the ideas today in short 5-minute pitches, and then once they are done, we'll follow up with a virtual breakout meeting at the end of the class.
Fine.
Today's first client is ADRIC, which stands for Alternative Dispute Resolution Institute of Canada. Talking a little bit about the organization, they are active in setting benchmarks for best ADR practices in Canada, promoting conflict resolution through arbitration, mediation, and other forms of ADR, and providing leadership, value, and support to their members. Upinder, Mandeep, and Navkran developed this project, and their challenge is to work so that the organization's visibility increases. This was done through strategic tools and a communication and promotion plan.
Hi everyone, we are as a team of Upinder, Navkiran and me are going to present on our group of Alternative Dispute Resolution Institute of Canada. We find these are as a marketing challenge for our group study. The very first one is low market visibility of the case administration service. Second is identification of target market and competition. Moving forward to the target audience, in our initial steps, we find business, corporate, government, and private corporate as in our target audience. Following the various steps of research, we find that business corporate is the primemost factor around which our marketing strategy resolves. In business corporate, we have insurance companies, construction, banking, finance, and hospitality.
Hi. So starting with the research, first we identified the research question that we would like to get answered by the end of the project. And for that, we came out with the descriptive research so that we can get more information about the company and the industry. To facilitate this research, we conducted survey and interviews were through cold calling. So for the sampling for these survey and interviews was the potential clients of ADRIC, and then we implemented this plan and got the result for survey and interviews. So the first one was that 77.4% of respondents have not used the ADR services. So most of them were aware of these services but still not using it. And the sample size for this survey was 31. The second one was when asked about the what sources influence the decision when hiring professional like arbitrators. Most of them considered word of mouth as most important, followed by LinkedIn and then the website of the company. The third one was when asked about the what factors helps in determining the service provider. The three most factors were testimonials, certified arbitrators, and the experience of the organization. And the last one was this one we found out in the interview. And when asked, when shown the website to the respondents, so they found it difficult to navigate throughout the website. For example, they did not find the information that they were looking for. So we took these findings and developed a marketing strategy. So now we'll talk more about the marketing strategy here.
So in response to the research finding, we developed these three main strategies. The first one being we developed an infographic whose objective is to build awareness regarding the arbitration service. Second being redesigning the web page to basically ease down that navigation and highlight testimonial. The third one being new LinkedIn post strategy, which is again the campaign's name is ADRIC Value Campaign. Basically, within this, we'll communicate 5 core values of the ADRIC through weekly LinkedIn posts. Going to the sample, here we developed a guide to arbitration divided into 4 main sections. What is arbitration? Benefits of arbitration, most common situation where arbitration is effective, why choosing ADRIC to administer arbitration. Although this is available on the fact sheets, here's a quick snapshot of it. And in regards to the website redesign, we added the description of the case administrative service right here, as you may see And then we divided the content that was there on the institute's website into four main sections that are listed here. How to commence an arbitration, how do our client think, why choose Adric, a guide to arbitration. So these were the main three section. And the important thing here is that they are drop down, meaning when you click, the information will then appear. And going to the LinkedIn campaign, it's like I said, this name is Edric Value Campaign. The goal is to communicate value to, and each post through this LinkedIn post campaign would go out every sixth day to accommodate the post for 5 values that are here. So for example, for collaboration, posting celebratory posts such as 2 years of successful and value partnership with XYZ company is something that would be going out on LinkedIn. And that's all for our project. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
That was great. Thank you, Team Adric.
Now we're moving on to the project of Annie, Namhu, and Louis. They worked with Carvon, a VoIP phone service company strictly dedicated to servicing the legal industry. This team's challenge was to work on strategies for Carvon's objectives, such as drive awareness, lead generation, and gain conversions to establish themselves as the go-to VoIP phone service option for legal professionals. We are curious to know what they have to present to us today.
Hey guys, my name is Namo and Team A members are Annie and Luis, including me. Our marketing project was carried out with core firms, and core firms specialize in providing solo practitioners at law firms with phone services. The table of contents we're going to proceed with this organizational marketing challenge: target audience, key findings, marketing strategies, and action tactics and sample. In marketing challenges and priorities, we have focuses on no in-person trade shows due to COVID-19, competitors with higher budgets and capabilities, and finally, lack of effective platforms. Next, Louis 6 is playing about target audience.
For target audience, Chrome is only targeting legal firms. They are doing business on an international level. However, they're focusing more on Canada and the US right now. And now I'm going to talk about key findings from our research. We have found out that Chrome has the best customer service and customer support among its competitors. Bigger companies like Delpad tend to put their customers on hold for extended periods of times when they call for support. That will not happen at Chrome. When a customer tells for a Chrome support number, they'll be able to speak to a real human representative right away. Also, we have found out that Chrome is the only voice-over IP service provider that solely focuses on the legal industry. This means there's no other company in the voice-over IP industry that will be able to match Chrome's expertise as well as experiences on the legal industry. And lastly, we have found out that customers like to be covered at all times. When there is a problem, they don't care what is wrong or who is at fault, they just want the service provider to fix it for them. They lack that feeling of being covered 100%. And next, I'm going to talk about our marketing strategies. We think that Chrome should advertise on the better customer service than most competitors. They need to capture this opportunity. Also, we think that Chrome should also advertise about their expertise and experiences on the legal industry, because they do have a major advantage over most of their competitors, as they are their whole team focused on the legal industry, unlike just one small department of their competitor that focuses on the legal industry. And lastly, Chrome should advertise about how their customers will be covered from beginning to end 100%. Chrome will be able to solve their problems. And Annie is going to talk about actions and tactics next.
Now I'm going to talk about the action tactics for Chrome. And for better customer service, we'll be utilizing social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter based on the media calendar. For Facebook, we'll post any updates regarding Chrome services, promotion, and advertisement. And Instagram to Twitter, they'll be used as the means to deliver the news and to respond to customers' inquiries immediately. An action tactic for overall services. Providing services beginning to the end is the fact that we have emphasized so far, and those services include installation service, staff training service, and seamless customer service. Next, I'll be talking about the samples that we have. We'll be emphasizing the fact that Quorum is the expert in legal industry service. And it means that Quorum understands what the customer want and need and deliver them when those are mostly needed. Next, measurement of success. Number of customers, revenue, and number of followers on social media platforms will be the components to measure Quorum's success from now and until for the future. And number of customers and number of followers will be monitored on social media platforms on a regular basis. This is what we have prepared for Quorum, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, team. Great job.
The next project was developed for Patron Mayer and Associates Consulting, a company that works to contribute to corporate leaders and business owners to overcome performance issues and increase results through training strategy, planning, development, and delivery. The challenges of Christine, Chuyun, Sandeep, and Charshish were to identify new opportunities to achieve their business goals. Let's watch now.
Hello everyone, we are Team Petra Mayer and Associate. My name is Sandeep and my team members are Christine, Cece, and Tarshish. So first of all, I would like to introduce about the company and the information. So Petra is a business consultant who offer a number of services along with a Great Place to Work. So it's a kind of new service which is she offering. The Great Place to Work is a trust model which is used to assess how your employee experience your workplace and how your company to an externally validated benchmark of your competitor around the world. The main objective of this company is to help corporate leaders and businesses to mitigate their challenges and performance issue in the workplace. So Petra is the only business consultant in the British Columbia who is accredited to use Great Place to Work in their service offering. But the problem is that there is no current client acquired for Great Place to Work and have a minimal marketing strategy for the service. So our research purpose is focused especially on delivering a social media strategy in order to market and advertise the client Great Place to Work service. In addition to this, the goal to increase awareness and acquire potential clients within and outside the industry who might be seeking Petra Mayer service. Next slide, please.
Hi guys, so we find in primary research is that most organizations, they are looking for counseling service and to improve the internal environment, working environment. And then we find in the research is they have three main characteristics for the organizations are employee trust and the organizational culture and the clarity in vision and the mission of organizations. And then we find in result is the people should have the communication between managers and the employee. It's really necessary for a better work environment. And now we are decide to move to the linking marketing strategies. Next slide, please.
So talking about the strategy highlights, our strategy highlights will be explained as follows in the form of an AIDA chart, that is the attention, interest, desire, and action chart. So for the mode of execution, we have selected online, that is social media, and the platform we've selected is LinkedIn. Now, how we are going to execute the strategy is by posting and reposting some of GPTW's content on Petra Mayer's LinkedIn page. This will acquire some interest from potential clients, and the lesser interested clients will be followed up with follow-up posts. The more interested clients will be redirected to the website with the help of the links. This will lead to desire, and that is, by that I mean the potential clients will have a favorable disposition towards Petra Mayer's service, and inquiries will be generated. Further to this, the potential clients will have a consultation or a meeting with Petra, and this will lead to the purchase. The target market for this strategy is corporate organizations having 50 or more employees. Now, coming on to the benefits of the strategy. Firstly, the strategy will help Petra reach her ideal target market. That is the corporate organizations she's aiming for. It will also help to increase her reach and inquiries. And this will in turn ease the customer acquisition process, as it is a direct communication platform for Petra and her clients. Apart from that, she also gets the opportunity to retain all these acquired customers by marketing some of her other services. Now, Christine will explain the next slide.
Thank you. When it comes to professional business-to-business online networking, LinkedIn is the first place many business people go. For our LinkedIn strategy, we have used the Petra and Meyer Associates brand elements such as colors, logos, and fonts to create LinkedIn content that is truly unique to her brand. This is an important part of setting Petra apart from her other business consultants on LinkedIn. We have also focused on all of our content on marketing towards Great Place to Work as a part of her service offerings. We included wording that is often used in the Great Place to Work survey, such as employee trust and workplace culture. We use Petra's Great Place to Work accredited professional badge on all of the content to provide credibility to prospective clients. With lead generation in mind, our marketing strategy includes using these pieces of content to educate potential clients of Petra's in terms of the Great Place to Work service as a part of her service offerings. The goals of this strategy are to increase LinkedIn engagement and increase key performance indicators such as likes, comments, and shares by 50% in the first 6 months. The ultimate goal is to acquire new clients' interest in the Great Place to Work service along with Petra's current service offerings. Thank you for listening to our presentation today, and we look forward to answering your question.
Thank you, guys. That was great.
All right, let's now introduce the group responsible for work with the Interpreters Lab. So this is a company that provides core education and professional development in a blended learning format. The marketing challenge for Dishnet, Maxwell, Sumit, and Trishula was to increase the brand awareness for the Interpreters Lab through a comprehensive understanding of their target market. We are looking forward to see what they have prepared for us.
Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. The company we've been working with this semester is called the Interpreters Lab. My group members are Sumit, Dishant, and Trishla. So the Interpreters Lab is an online school that helps working interpreters and people that want to become interpreters, trains them how to work in specific workplaces, and then tries to get them a job in those workplaces after they've completed their courses. So one of their main goals is to teach people what an interpreter really is, which is someone who can convert the meaning of any phrase in these complex fields, and not someone that can just speak two languages and translate. So the purpose of our project, which we were given to at the beginning, was to increase brand awareness for the Interpreters Lab, and this would be measured by the actual enrollment numbers in her courses, and then to also improve the relationship between these B2B partners who are the people who hire students from the Interpreters Lab upon their completion of courses. So our research, we started by doing an internal analysis of their programs, a SWOT analysis, and then we looked at the market and the competitors, and then we went on to do our own primary research survey, which Sumit will speak on now.
Thank you so much, Max. So for the primary market research, what we conducted was we conducted surveys, and the questions in those surveys were not only close-ended questions. We inserted Likert and semantic differential scale questions because we wanted to gain more insights about the participants, what they think. And the overall objective was to determine the needs of the candidates we are looking for to become an interpreter. And the second was that we need to identify the best way of marketing to reach out to them. And these were the two main objectives. Now we can move on to the next slide. And what are the findings of the research were that 73.5% of the participants, they did not know actually what interpreter is. They were often seen confused between interpreter and the translator. And the second most important finding was that 67.6% of the respondents, they never considered it to take it as a career or they can make money out of it. Next slide, please. Okay, so what we found of the search for job information, that people, 80% of the people, they are going on Indeed to find for the job, that is being followed by Google and so on. Yeah, I'm done here, and now Dishant will take on from here. Thank you.
So next is recommendations. TIL is into two kind of businesses. One is to attract students, and another one is B2B partnership. So to attract students, they can have they can type with the cultural influencers such as Gurkiran Kaur Sidhu. She is wife of Jagmeet Singh, who is currently NDP party's leader in Ontario. And next is video marketing. They can capture the experience of past students and they can get the reviews from them. These past students can give reviews on various social media platforms. The next 3 points are combined that are beneficial to attract students as well as for the B2B relationship. Television ads, TV is still a big thing and it has a reach to many people. And if they air an ad on the TV, that will reach out to many people. Next is website redesign. TIL can add more languages on the website, and it can help people better understand what their company is all about and how that works. Next is they can change the slogan, and the currently slogan they can change it to a meaning matters, which Max already explained the difference between interpreter and bilingual who still bilingual interpreter need to explain things and the meaning of things in very different manner in these complex businesses. And for B2B relationships, they can collaborate with the different companies. They can send them emails, and they can collaborate with more companies to give them custom programs. Next slide, please. So now Trishla will explain about new slogans.
Okay, so here are the sample ads for our Interpreters Lab. The first one is the new slogan, and the second one is the storyboard for our TV ad, and the third one is the ad for the job boards like Indeed, Glassdoor, and Craigslist, which is published in different languages. Next slide, please. The first one is the sample for the email marketing, and the second one is the script for the graduate interview videos. Okay, so here is a media calendar for the Interpreter Lab, giving us the insight of the following activities. The first one is the altering website campaign, which main goal is to increase the time on the site by 25% and at the same time decrease the bounce rate by 20%, which will be monitored bi-weekly. And the second one is the display ads on Indeed, Craigslist, and Glassdoor. The ads will be monitored like weekly and will be altered bi-weekly to increase the traffic by 10%. And the third one is the cultural influencer, which main aim is to increase overall traffic by 20%. And the YouTube ad video will be monitored quarter annually to increase traffic on YouTube to website. And the past student videos will be posted once a month to increase awareness and following on social media. And the TV advertisement will be published annually to increase traffic by 20% and awareness by 7%. And the B2B partners will be monitored annually to increase the word of mouth for the interpreters in the interpreting world. Here is a marketing video for the Interpreters Lab. Can you play it?
An interpreter does not just translate, they convert the meaning of any phrase between two or more parties.
Interpreters Lab no solo traduce, sino que construye un puente que une la brecha entre la comunicación de culturas.
एक इंटरप्रेटर केवल अनुवाद नहीं करता है, वह एक वाक्य का अर्थ परिवर्तित करता है.
Un interprète ne se contente pas de traduire, il convertit le son de n'importe quelle phrase entre deux ou plusieurs parties.
ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਇੱਕ ਇੰਟਰਪ੍ਰੀਟਰ ਕੱਲਾ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਨੂੰ ਤਬਦੀਲ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਦੋ ਭਾਗਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋੜਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੈ। Thank you for listening.
All right, thank you. Great job.
Last but not least, it's our turn to present. We are the PR team for this Marketing Practicum course with the partnership with Envision Financial at Douglas. And our challenge was to increase the program's visibility and work on reviewing the current branding and actually being responsible for putting together the showcase for this year's project. So what you're watching right now is actually part of our own project. Without further ado, here is the last presentation.
Hello, my name is Esther.
My name is Ruz.
And we are the PR team. And today we are going to present our final presentation for Marketing Practicum Fall of 2020. Our project purpose is, as a PR team, is to bring awareness for the Practicum Marketing course and its partnership with Envision Financial. For this term, we have as partners the ADR Institute of Canada, Carvin, Petra Mayer and Associates, and also the Interpreters Lab. So our goal here in this project is to show how important is the marketing course for the students and how this is important too for the partners and how they can be beneficiated by this students' work and how this product works. Speaking about this, we did market research to understand how to reach this goal, and because we are a little bit different, we use two different ways to understand our challenge. First, we use the media analytics tools and social media and the website to understand how the audience works in our channels and how we are communicating to them. And also we did in-depth interviews to see how the students are feeling, and also we talked to communications and marketing specialists to understand what is the best way to reach our goal. And in this case, our conclusion is about constancy. Constancy is the key for this project. And why constancy is the key? Because it's very important to keep in touch with our audience and also to maintain the same speech and the same visuals to present our project as an integrated marketing way of communicating.
So for our strategy, essentially we kept it quite simple. Our focus was on the communication channels that we currently have, and we just wanted to utilize these specific platforms as they're already built. And what we did was actually create a content calendar which we'll be using, and hopefully get use that to pass it on to the next group of students that are going to take over for us. And through that, we're also going to update the PR manual, and from there, it's essentially we're trying to make this transition as smooth as possible. So from when the next group gets in, they have it a little bit more easier, and they're able to start producing stuff right away. For our visuals, some quick examples here of some of the Instagram posts that we're going to be posting as per our content calendar. And these are just some of the thumbnails of them, but the more content will be on the post themselves. This is a color palette that we created. So these are the colors that we will be using, and hopefully we'll pass these on as well, and we'll try to keep one scheme of certain colors throughout every post, just to have some consistency with the post as well and the colors. We also did a before and after of the homepage, the Douglas Envision Financial website. This is what it looked like before on the left, and what we did after on the right. As you can see, we did change the homepage image. The first one was a little bit blurry, not as professional, and we updated it with our current class right now with a nice little Zoom call photo, just to fit the occasion of quarantine and how classes are now. We changed the updated current partners, and there's a lot more changes as well, and you just have to go. This is another example of the partners that were with the last class compared to what we did now. Unfortunately, we did have to take the photo out because that photo is from the last class and with those partners, so wouldn't it be relevant with us? And we updated the companies as well. And yeah,
all right,
that's
this
it.
is it.
Thank you guys so
for your
much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed.
Thank you. All right, fascinating presentation. Congrats to all groups and great job. Now, all groups and their clients will be directed to the breakout rooms. Thank you.
Thank you.